Walk me through, how are you feeling right now?
Pretty happy, a little sore. The race was good. We got out at 4:38 for the first mile, which is right on the course record pace. And we fluctuated a bit, and then we fell off the pace, and I knew it wasn't going to be a course record day. So I just wanted to focus on winning and doing everything tactically correct in order to set myself up to be successful.
Well, even though, you may not have set a course record, are you still feeling good?
Absolutely. It's always great to come out and get a win and, put on a show for everyone that's watching. And you always want to make the most out of every opportunity you get. And I'm glad that the Fresh 15 staff let me come out here and experience this.
Is this your first time running in the Fresh 15?
It is my first time out here.
Not bad for a first time.
Yeah, especially not knowing the course beforehand. I didn't know what to expect. So the hills were a bit of a surprise, but we were able to manage through.
Yeah, walk me through the course, because it seemed like, those hills, they create a difference.
Of course, the first 5 miles I'd say is pretty smooth, and after that you start getting the long, steep hills. So managing your energy correctly, making the right moves. The guys up front were making some surges, and I was dropped around mile 5, but I was able to latch back onto the front 2 at 7.5. And from then on, I was just mentally being tough and telling myself that I drove 5 hours down here to try to win. And if I don't give my best effort, I have a 5-hour drive back, and I don't want to drive back upset. So did put out every trick I could to stay mentally strong. And then coming up that last hill, I was with Have to Night, the guy that got second, and luckily I had a bit more in the tank, and I was able to sprint it home.
Because it was a pretty close finish between you and second place, it seemed like.
Yeah, it was a 2-second difference, and it ultimately came down to who had more sprinting ability, and luckily it was me today. But, nothing's ever, I don't take anything for granted, because some days you have it, some days you don't. So I'm glad by the grace of God that today it worked out for me.
And what impact does this event have on you in particular?
I'd say it's a good experience. It's my first 15K that I've raced, so moving on to track season coming up in a couple weeks, I'll be racing 10K, 5K, 1500. So mentally, it's good knowing that I can run this fast for this long, and it'll make the other shorter distances a bit easier. And also just a good check mark to see that I can compete with the best of all competitors no matter where I go.